back, all my lovely peoples. If you are new here, my name is Gloria Evans and this is Makeup Madness. If you were watching my last video, you know that this video is going to be about skincare. What you didn't know, because I told you the wrong thing, is I said that I do my makeup tutorials on Saturday. We all know that hasn't changed. But I did recently change my skincare tutorials to Monday, and I believe I told you it was Sunday just out of habit, lack of sleep, just because I'm like getting up 2 or 3 times a night with a new baby. But yeah, we do skincare on Monday, and yes, I know today is Tuesday. The reason we did not do skincare yesterday was because Cora, my newborn, she is usually phenomenal and she goes to bed at like 9 o'clock and then she's only up like every 4 or 5 hours, which is amazing for a newborn. Moms, you know. But yeah, yesterday she wanted to hang out until 11 o'clock at night. So I was dead tired and I did not want to do my skincare tutorial. So now we're doing it. I'm gonna go through my personal routine, teaching you the order that you should be doing your skincare regime in. It is important to go in the right order. Like, you don't want to be putting a mask on and then cleansing your face, or putting a moisturizer on and then adding your serums. It is really important to go in the right order. And when I talk to people about skincare, or if they're messaging me questions on my Facebook or my Instagram or whatever, that's one of the biggest questions I get, or not the biggest, but I get that question more often than not, or more often than any other question, is what steps do I take and in what order? So we're going to be going over a morning routine. The nighttime routine is going to be slightly different. So we will be going over my nighttime routine next week. So we'll focus on morning routine. I planned on doing this tutorial step by step with you this morning, but it was just a crazy hectic morning. So I'm just gonna walk you through it with the products that I use, and I'll tell you what I do. I won't be able to show you, obviously. But so when I wake up first thing in the morning, if I'm not like, sometimes I have to postpone my skincare until after I take care of everybody else, but most of the time I get up early enough to do this properly before any of my children are awake. So my first step is to get my face clean. Now, I tend to have like pretty dry skin, so I don't like to overwash. I usually don't cleanse my face in the morning. I know that's a huge debate in the skincare world, like, oh, you wake up and your face is dirty again because, you know, you were sweating through the night. I don't night sweat. I also don't have oily skin. If you have oily skin and you tend to be really sweaty at night, then yeah, go ahead and clean your face in the morning. I personally can't do it because when I did used to cleanse day and night, my skin was drying out a lot, so it's just not for me. Always take in mind that when you are getting skincare tips, just because somebody says they do something doesn't mean that that's what's right for your skin. So take all this information and apply it to yourself, but also pay attention to your skin and what it needs. It will talk to you, I promise. So for me, I did cleanse my face this morning though, because I did a overnight mask, and it usually leaves a film on my face the next morning because it just sits on top of my face and hydrates and moisturizes it, and it feels like a pillowy softness in the morning. But I do have to get that residue off because it bothers me. So for my morning cleanse, I usually use a gel cleanser because it's not heavy, it's pretty light, and I tend to go for things that smell really like refreshing. So this one's Blueberry Bounce. This is from Glow Recipe. I love this. It's like, I wouldn't say it foams. It really doesn't foam. It's more like I don't even know how to explain it, a light lathery up, I guess. There's no bubbles. Usually if you're getting foam and bubbles in your face wash, you should probably throw it in the trash can, or just flip it over and read the label. If it has sulfates in it, like sodium lauryl sulfate or sodium laureth sulfate, I will not use that on my face or my body or in my mouth with my toothpaste. Those ingredients tend to be kind of harsh to skin, and they generally get bad reactions. They can also dry your skin out a lot. So I will not use a cleanser if it has SLS in it. But this one's really good. I absolutely love it. Once again, Glow Recipe, Blueberry Bounce. If you have oily skin, this would be a really good cleanser for you because it's light and it's not oily or heavy sitting on your face. It makes a wonderful morning cleanse. So that's my first step. And then once my face is clean, I will go in with this. This is my jade roller. I usually keep it in the fridge so it's cold. So basically when you are sleeping, your fluids are kind of like settling in your face, and it tends to make you a little puffy. And when you first wake up, your circulation's not up to par because you've been in a resting stage. So I put this in the fridge, I roll it all over my face, and it basically gets my circulation going, but it also moves my lymph fluid up and out of my face so that that puffiness is gone, especially in the under eye area. So this feels amazing, gets your circulation going. Another added benefit of getting your circulation going is when you go in to add your other products like your serums, those ingredients will be a lot more effective if you have some good circulation going in your face. So cleanse, this is optional, jade roll. It doesn't have to go in the fridge. I just like the cold feeling on my face. So after I cleanse, I tone. I do 2 types of toning. So I am in my 30s. My exfoliation has slowed down, so I give it a little boost by using an acid tone. I use glycolic and lactic acid combos because I feel like they do different things for your face. Lactic acid generally helps with surface issues like pigmentation and dullness, and it sloughs off those, or basically it dissolves the bonds between your dead skin cells, and it helps you exfoliate where everything else is slowing down, because our natural exfoliation after the age of pretty sure it's after the age of 25, it slows down significantly, and that's why our skin tends to look a little bit more dull, a little bit more dry. We see more fine lines because we need to exfoliate to get that new skin to the surface. And if you're not helping your skin along after the age of 25, you're basically just building up dead skin cells. So I will use an acid tone to start with, and then I follow it with a hydrating tone because hyaluronic acid, it's a different kind of acid from lactic and glycolic and salicylic acid. So hyaluronic acid is already in our skin, and it's basically what plumps it up, and you also produce less of that as you get older. So hydrating mist or toner, whatever you want to call it. Look for one that has hyaluronic acid in it, but rose is also, rose water, not rose perfume. Rose water is really good for settling any irritation that you might have going on, especially if you're like acne prone. It's very soothing, and it also helps alleviate redness. So this one is from Herbivore. This is the Rose Hibiscus one. This is one of my favorites. It smells so amazing, and I love using it in the morning because it's just like a good morning, I just walked into a rose garden type deal. So those are the 2 toners that I will use. And then right after toning, I go in with my eye cream. Now I tend to use, this one is very light. It's like a jelly. I don't use anything heavy around my eyes because I am getting older, and I feel like when I use a cream base or lotion base type eye product, it weighs my eyes down or it makes them look puffy. So then I go in with my eye cream, and the reason I do that first is because the eye creams are specifically targeted towards problem areas in your eyes. So I feel like if I put any of my other products on first, it's gonna get to my eyes before the eye cream. So then I do my eye cream, and then I get into my serums. So serums are highly active, and these are basically where you're gonna wanna spend most of your money because they're gonna do most of the work for your face. This is where you're gonna see a lot of results. So for me, vitamin C is like absolutely necessary. Why? Because UV rays cause so much damage to your face. Like they hit your skin, and then a byproduct are free radicals. So free radicals in a nutshell are molecules that tear through your collagen and they prematurely age your skin. Vitamin C is a powerful antioxidant that neutralizes free radicals. So I always put vitamin C on my face in the morning, and I also do it at night because it also helps repair your face. But we'll get into that with the nighttime routine. So always do a vitamin C. Something to know about vitamin C. In order for it to be effective, the sweet spot is like find a vitamin C product that's between 10 and 15%. Now, anything lower than that, you're probably not going to see very many results, or you're not going to get as good of results. Another thing to look at is don't go for a vitamin C that says, oh, it's 30% vitamin C. That's when you're going, that's just ridiculous. That's that whole mentality of bigger, better. Not when it comes to vitamin C. That's when you're going to get into sensitizing your skin, and you're not even necessarily getting any more benefits. Pretty much the benefits stop right at that 20% mark. So get yourself a vitamin C. Look for one. This one's 15%. This is Paula's Choice. And it also has vitamin E and ferulic acid. A really good vitamin C serum is going to have either vitamin E or ferulic acid, or both, ideally. Now, the reason you want those other two ingredients is vitamin C is very unstable, which is why it usually comes in a dark or an opaque bottle that's sealed tight, because light and oxygen, they break the vitamin C down. Now, vitamin E and ferulic acid help to stabilize the vitamin C, so that's another thing to look for. Another serum that I always use is hyaluronic acid. In your serum, you want to find a serum that has 3 molecular weights of hyaluronic acid. Now, what that means is you have a large molecule size, a medium molecule size, and a small molecule size. That way you're getting the hyaluronic acid into different levels of your skin, therefore creating that plumping effect. That's what this does. It's basically sugar molecules. I don't know if you've ever like dropped moisture onto sugar, but it hardens because the sugar basically soaks up all the moisture in the water. That's what this is. Hyaluronic acid is a powerful humectant. So when you stick it in your skin, it basically pulls water from the air and your skin, and it plumps up your skin. So it really helps with not just giving you that dewy look because you're hydrating your face, but it also fills in like any sagginess, and it helps eliminate those fine lines. Those are the two serums that I just say like everyone should have in their skincare regime. Now, I will sometimes add a little extra like this. This is Tatcha. I love Tatcha products. They are phenomenal. Every single product I've ever tried from Tatcha does what it says it's going to do, and you can tell. So it's definitely effective products. They're very clean. You can find them in Sephora. They're a little pricey, but you literally are getting what you pay for. Like, you're not wasting your money on a product that doesn't work. So this is the Dewy serum. I won't go into the ingredients that are in it because that's just the boring part. All you need to know is when you put the Dewy serum on, it literally gives you that like youthful dewy look, and it's so pretty. If you have oily skin, you probably don't like that, so you probably wouldn't like that serum. Okay, next step. I moisturize after I put on my serums. So this is new to my regime. This is Dr. Barbara Sturm's anti-pollution drops. These are a little on the pricey side. She puts molecular science into her products, and there's a lot of work and a lot of research and a lot of results that come from her products. So once again, this is another one of those products where if you invest in it, you are literally going to get everything that is promised. So anti-pollution drops. I put 2 drops of this into my moisturizer and then pat it all over my face. What this does is it protects against pollution and blue light. Blue light's going to be coming from your cell phones, computer screens, all that stuff. So if you're in front of a screen pretty often, I would highly recommend adding this. Sunscreen helps, but I like to have as much protection as possible because, once again, I'm not looking to prematurely age. I want to age naturally. So I don't want to be like 35 and look like I'm 50 years old. I want to look like I'm 20 when I'm 50. That's the goal. So anti-pollution drops. Now, these are actually a really thick consistency. And this is the tiny trial size bottle that it's a lot more affordable than the full size bottle. And this is probably going to last me about a month or 2. Whereas the full size one will probably last you about 6 months. So don't think just because it comes in a tiny bottle that, oh, well, I'm gonna have to rebuy this in like 2 weeks. And then I just mix that in, pat that all over my face. And then I wait for my moisturizer to soak into my skin before I do my very last step, which is sunscreen. A lot of people don't use sunscreen, and it's terrible. It's a crime against humanity, literally. And here's why. So 80% of your premature aging is from sun damage. And I'm not talking about natural aging. I'm talking about you're looking older for no reason whatsoever other than you're not protecting your skin. Those free radicals, UV rays, obviously, they hit your skin and bam, bunch of free radicals. They're shredding through your collagen and aging you before you need to be aging. So I always use sunscreen. If you don't like oily texture, you're like, oh, I don't want to wear sunscreen because it makes my face feel oily. This one right here, I love it. Supergoop Unseen Sunscreen SPF 40. You want to use an SPF between 30 and 50. Anything lower, it's not really helping that much. I mean, something is better than nothing, but I definitely recommend don't go lower than 30. Hit your ears, the back of your neck, and the tip of your nose. Don't forget those spots. A lot of times when when I'm reading through my articles or talking to skincare consultants, reading their books or whatever, one common factor that I'm always seeing is that there's always their clients, they see a lot of damage on the tips of their ears, the tips of their nose, and the back of their neck because they're places that people tend to forget. So sunscreen is my last step. Another tip before I peace out on this video. When I actually got this from Lauren Bostic, if you don't know who she is, look her up. She has an amazing book. It's called Get the Fuck Out of the Sun. Pardon my French. But the book is really awesome. I really like it. It's got a lot of helpful tips. Amazing read. But one tip that I learned from her book is to put your sunscreen on a damp beauty blender and pat it into your face. Not only does it give you like a dewy glow, but you're not like packing on too much, and it evenly disperses it throughout your face. So that was like a huge thing for me, game changer for applying sunscreen. All right, so that pretty much concludes my skincare routine for the daytime. I will see you guys next week and we will go over the nighttime routine. If you have any questions, just leave them below. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do that now and give it a big thumbs up. Tell your friends, tell everybody, because I can only get my name out there through word of mouth. And I really appreciate you, those of you who come here regularly. And I will I might be seeing you sooner if you join me for my Saturday tutorials for makeup. But I am going to go get my baby because she's been sleeping too long and I need to feed her. But I'll see you all next week. Love you. Bye.